Can you hear me now? And can you help reduce communication barriers for people with hearing loss? Hearing loss affects billions of people worldwide. Currently, more than 1.5 billion people worldwide, nearly 20% of the global population, live with hearing loss. And according to the World Health Organization, that number could rise to 2.5 billion by 2050. Nearly half of people older than 75 have hearing loss. Now, I have a personal connection. My husband, Kim, has had hearing loss since he was a child, but he didn't get hearing aids until he was an adult when he had a coworker ask him, "Where are you from?" And he replied, "I grew up here in the US." And the coworker said, "Then why don't you speak proper English?" Ouch. That finally got him to get hearing aids. And he deserved to be treated with respect, to have communications with other people, just the way many people with hearing loss are needing to have better communication. So how can you reduce communication barriers for hard of hearing people? That is a term, by the way, hard of hearing, that is accepted by the hearing loss community. Also, a person with hearing loss. The hearing impaired is not a politically correct way to refer to someone with hearing loss anymore. So there are two ways that I'm going to talk about: in-person ways to reduce communication barriers and online. Looking first at reducing communication barriers for people when you're talking in person. First of all, make sure you have their attention before you start talking with them. It could be as simple as saying their name or getting in front of them or tapping them on the shoulder. You need to face them so they can see your face. They may not be lip readers, but most people with hearing loss do use the face and the movements of the mouth to better understand what you're talking about. That said, keep your hands away from your face. Minimize background noise if you can. Go to a quiet place if you're in a noisy place. And speak clearly, slowly, distinctly, but naturally. You don't want to shout and you don't want to over-enunciate your words. Rephrase something if they don't understand it the first time. Just try saying it a different way. And avoid sudden changes in topic because they may not catch on right away what you're talking about. Lead into a change of topic. If you're communicating with people online, much of the same applies. Video on, face well lit, mouth visible. Everyone should be on mute when they're not speaking to avoid any confusion. Also, one person at a time should speak. Hopefully, you're using a good microphone. You can use the chat for clarification. And it's very helpful if you can send an agenda in advance so they know the flow of what's going on. And finally, use captioning tools. Enable them in Zoom. Now, I will first tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to show you a quick 2-minute video so you can see how it works. You need to enable automatic captioning, which Zoom calls live transcription, at the account at zoom.us. You have to go to settings, meetings, advanced, and then you can turn on the closed captioning. Then in the meeting, you have to enable it for each meeting. There's a little CC icon, or if you don't see that, you can go to the more and then click on live transcript. Under live transcript, you have to click on enable live transcript. I know it's a little confusing, but that's what Zoom calls it. Then next to the CC, there's a little caret where you can change some options such as settings. So now I'm going to share a video, 2-minute video that shows you how to do that. If you're hosting a meeting and want people to be able to use closed captioning, you have to first enable it on your Zoom account. So go to your account and then go to Settings. You can search Settings and it will be under Meeting. I will put in Captioning. And it's actually under In Meeting Advanced. So I just have pretty much everything turned on. Even though we're going to be using auto captioning, I definitely have that on, but I have everything turned on for captioning. So you have to be able to turn that on first in your account. And once you've done that, in a Zoom meeting, you have live transcript. Now, if for some reason you don't see it, like if your window's too small, you can then just go to More and click on Live Transcript and then enable auto transcription. Okay, but assuming you have it open largely enough, see, now I don't see it. Let's see if I open it more if it'll show up. Well, it was there. You could click, there it is, live transcript. And again, just enable auto transcription. So now the transcription is on. And then if you need to adjust any of the settings, you can hide the subtitle. You can view the full transcript, which is over on the side. I'll just move it over here. And you can follow along on the side as well as on the bottom. By the way, you can position these transcript subtitles wherever you want them, and you can also change the settings. For example, if I wanted it bigger, I can do that. So that's a little bit about using closed captioning with Zoom. All right, I hope that if you have your own Zoom account, you will enable closed captioning and reduce a communication barrier for people who might have some sort of hearing loss.